morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today I am delighted, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got an exclusive official English language reveal of a very exciting card from Paradox Rift. Shout out to the lovely folks at the Pokémon Company who have been kind enough to let me do this reveal. I don't take this for granted. Every time Pokemon let me do a reveal, I am always over the moon. The roaring moon. Nah, I'm only kidding. It's Iron Valiant. We're having a look at the special illustration rare of Iron Valiant. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Pokemon done me a solid here, because this is a beautiful card. It's an incredibly playable card. It has got stunning artwork by Kantaro. There are a lot of very nice things we can say about this card. Oh, and actually, before we get any further, I'm going to interrupt myself here. You might have noticed this video went up early. It went up 9 a.m. UK time. I almost never upload in the morning UK time. There's two reasons for this. Firstly, the embargo's up at 9 a.m, so I'm going to upload it at 9 a.m. As this uploads, I'm currently walking my kids to school. No, I'm probably walking home at this point. But I'm on the school run anyway. But importantly, at 2 p.m. UK time today, I am opening a box of Paradox Rift. The lovely folks at the Pokemon Company have also sent me a box of Paradox Rift. It's being opened on this channel, 2 p.m. UK time. That is 5 hours after this video gets published. You are going to want to watch it, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. I want to start off, because I've kind of mentioned this before, but I want to just kind of really bring it home. They have gone out of their way here to really make it look like Iron Valiant is kind of leading the future Paradox Pokemon here. And that's wonderful. We got Iron Bundle, we got Iron Moth, and we got Iron Thorns, who doesn't look like it's in Paradox Rift. And we're going to have to wait till we get the full set list to confirm here. But we know Iron Bundle is a pre-release. And Iron Moth has already been shown off. And actually, we're going to talk more about that in a moment. Why are we not seeing Iron Thorns yet? And that should be one of the big ones. That's the future version of Tyranitar. People love that. The thing is, we've seen a lot of future Pokemon. Iron Hands has been officially revealed in English. Iron Jugliss has been officially revealed in English. Iron Moth has been officially revealed. Iron Bundle has been revealed. The only one missing, except for ones we wouldn't expect to be in the set, is Iron Thorns. I mean, maybe they're just leaving it right till the last minute to show us. I don't think they are, ladies and gentlemen. And yet it ends up on the artwork of Iron Valiant. It's not important, it's just weird. And also, if you guys want to start an Iron Thorns collection, you're going to need this card, because it looks beautiful on there. What does the card actually do? Well, it's got the phenomenal ability Tachyon Bits. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to your active spot, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Now, it is once per turn, so what you can't do is just dance in and out and keep using it and using it and using it. Think of how Comfey. You can't just keep getting the same Comfey in and out the active and keep reusing its ability. If you could... I mean, Comfey's a phenomenal card as it is, but if you could, Comfey would be even better. But that's an extra 2 damage per turn, extra 2 damage count, extra 20 damage every turn, potentially. And of course, it might be once per turn, but that means once per turn per Iron Valiant, because we know if you cannot use multiple of the same abilities per turn, it will literally just tell you on the card. Think something like... Let's go Kricketune here. It's just a really nice excuse to show you the Hyaksuke artwork. You know, Kricketune specifically says that you cannot use more than one of those abilities per turn. It doesn't say that here on Iron Valiant, so that means that, yes, if you get multiple, you can use multiple. And this is something we're seeing a bit less in the Pokemon TCG lately, and that is ways to get cheeky KOs without using your attack. You know, yeah, don't get me wrong, in Scarlet and Violet we did get Hawlucha, but we don't have Scoop Up Net anymore, so reusing Hawlucha is very, very awkward, whereas, of course, if you go back to the Sword and Shield base, we had Galarian Zigzagoon, but then we had Scoop Up Net very shortly after it came in the next set, which meant we could use it multiple times and then really go after Pokemon without even needing to bother doing the whole attacking thing. this could end up being very, very relevant. And if nothing else, it's just extra damage. You know, I told you Iron Hand has been officially revealed in English, and it has. Well, that's got 4 energy, 120, but if you take a prize doing so, you take another prize. Gives you an extra prize for a KO. So one of the things you really want to do if you're playing Iron Hands is bring whatever you're up against into range of Iron Hands so you can get the KO and then, you know, take an extra prize. Oh yeah, no, this will do that actually really nicely. Yep. This is kind of a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of a big deal. This is a phenomenal ability and one we should all be very, 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 very excited about. People that are playing future decks, I believe, are going to be playing this. Playability-wise, this is great. Now, as for the attack, it's 3 energy, 200. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. It's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. I will say, as a side note, there is actually a third version of Iron Valiant. I've shown you the regular version. I've shown you the special illustration rare. That's the one we got the exclusive English language reveal of. Well, there is, of course, the alternate art coming in the Iron Valiant EX box. Incidentally, that's got Iron Moth in as well. I told you we'd come back to that. But that box also showed us Future Booster Energy Capsule, which is a lovely tool that lets you do an extra 20 damage and gives you free retreat. Which, incidentally, is a busted card because free retreat is Floatstone, a phenomenal tool that saw a huge amount of play when it was legal, because it's great. And 20 damage is Muscle Band, a phenomenal tool that saw a bunch of play when it was legal, because it's great. This is for future Pokemon only, understandably. It literally starts the future Pokemon this card is attached to. Fine. But it's literally Floatstone plus Muscle Band in a tool. And this card is actually going to massively, massively help out Iron Valiant here, because the attack goes up from 200 to 220, which is a magic number for KOing Pokemon V, which is a big deal. And you get free retreat, and bearing in mind the whole point of Iron Valiant EX is getting in and out of the active. Well, this is going to get you out of the active. Very, very, very nice indeed. Playability-wise, this card is absolutely brilliantly stunning, and we love it. As a side note, why have we got 2 Iron Bundle on this art and an Iron Thorns, which, for all we know, isn't in the set? It might be, but like I say, it's weird that it hasn't been shown off yet. But Iron Jugglist we know is in the set and isn't on the artwork here. Again, it doesn't matter. It's just weird to me, ladies and gentlemen. It's just weird to me. As a side note, Iron Treads has been previously released in Scarlet and Violet base, so we wouldn't expect that to be in the set, and Iron Leaves is too recent a Pokemon. It's too early for that to come in the TCG. Could be wrong about these. We could be surprised and they could end up in Paradox Rift. But my point is they are cards I would not expect to be in the set because we've already had Iron Treads. And as far as I'm concerned, from what we've seen in the past, it's probably too early for Iron Leaves to be coming in. Think of that to be in a future set. That's purely prediction on my part, but that's what I'm thinking. Now, I do need to give a shout out to Kantaro before we finish here, right? Kantaro is the artist who did this card. I think Kantaro is phenomenal because Kantaro did that Fuecoco. You know the one I mean. Partly because I literally put it up on the screen when I said that Fuecoco, and partly because, come on, we all know what I mean when I say that, ladies and gentlemen. It is just a redonkulous, over-the-top, phenomenal, stunning card, and I absolutely adore it. How beautiful it is. For what it's worth, Kantaro actually did the full evolution line in Paldea Evolved with the Crocodile and the Skeleturge as well, but that's not all we've seen from Kantaro. We've also seen that Miraidon EX. Yeah, that one. Not to mention the Arven that also came out in Scarlet and Violet. That one's absolutely beautiful. It's also worth, there's actually some cards here, brace yourselves, that aren't illustration rares. How about the Greedent from Scarlet and Violet? Or the Flamigo from Scarlet and Violet? Or the Staravia from Scarlet and Violet? These are just awesome. The Squirtle and Wartortle from Pokemon card 151, or Scarlet and Violet 151 as it is in English. Just phenomenal. Interesting to note, the first card Kantaro actually did was the alternate art of the full art of Chorus's Experiment in Crown Zenith, which was at the very, 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 very end of the Sword and Shield era. So they're actually one of the newer artists. They basically came around in Scarlet and Violet, but we got a little preview with the Chorus's Experiment. Just a little kind of, little nudge. Just letting us know they're coming before they really started knocking our socks off in Scarlet and Violet. Right, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. One more shout out to the lovely folks over at the Pokemon Company International for letting me have this official English language reveal of the special illustration rare of Iron Valiant. I love this card. I love the artwork. I love it as a playable entity. I just think everything about this card is brilliant. But now it's over to you guys. Do you love it as much as I do? Tell me why. Tell me why not. Although, why would you not love this card? That'd be weird. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and a bunch of other card games. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching at a fairly early morning PTCG Radio. But come back at 2 PM UK time. We're opening a box of Paradox Rift.